To California, taking up a controversial new bill, it would force publicly traded companies to include women on their boards by next year. A government-enforced quota system to, quote, blow up the glass ceiling for women. Let's take it up with the author of the hit book Backlash, Fox News contributor Deneen Borelli. Welcome to the show, Deneen. You're taking all of this.
Hey, Liz. Well, just when you thought you've heard it all out of California, right? I think liberals need to understand how the real world works, Liz. When it comes to board members and publicly traded companies, they are elected by the shareholder. And speaking of the shareholder, really, companies and board members should be more focused on their fiduciary responsibility to the shareholders versus what liberals are dreaming up day in and day out on a daily basis.
You know, Deneen, you make an important point. I mean, we all know that women bring special talents to boards and corporate jobs, but isn't it true that women can get there on their own and they don't need female affirmative action? I mean, if this passes, what does it mean for the women who accept these board seats? It's like they're going to have an asterisk next to their name on this forever.
Well, sure. This should be based on one's skill set, their experience, their content of character. Those are some of the real fine qualities which would really weigh in and be important when it comes to putting someone on a board, not based on someone's gender, because that has absolutely nothing to do with what a person has to bring to the table.
And, you know, Deneen, another interesting thing that's coming up is this could involve discrimination. I mean, California, with this bill, may be violating its own state constitution. Also, there's federal laws discriminating against men in this regard, like this, against gender.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, it's like the liberals are totally ignoring what the basis is in terms of how things are done. And so, yes, it's very discriminatory. Should not be based on someone's gender, and nothing should be based on anyone's skin, for that matter, when it comes to jobs, placing someone on a board, or college admission.
So let's get to this. This is a legal challenge to affirmative action. The Justice Department now joining a discrimination lawsuit against Harvard. The plaintiffs are suing Harvard University for allegedly limiting the number of Asian students it admits and holding them to a higher standard than students of other races. Should colleges be picking applicants based on race?
No, that is discriminatory. That is racism, Liz. This Harvard University, they are basically color-coding their campuses in the age of diversity. And really what they're doing is punishing the Asian students just because they have a higher grade standard and higher school standards based on their work and what they do in terms of graduating and moving on in life. They should not be punished for being good students. And again, this does come down to racism, and the University of Harvard is basically color-coding their campus. And I'd like to see what happens with this lawsuit with these students.
Yeah, to your point, Asian American applicants, according to these studies, have the highest academic and extracurricular ratings of any other group. But this is an issue. It includes an evaluation, basically, of the applicant's personality. Is this how Harvard should operate?
Well, that is very subjective, and no, they should not be operating that way. And so really it should be based on the person's work ethic, whether they're able to do the schoolwork and graduate. And when it comes to favoring other applicants versus the Asian students, they could be setting people up for failure if they are not capable to do the work and to graduate.
Wow.
So this is a really big problem that I'm seeing here coming from Harvard.
Okay, Justice Department is on the case here. Deneen Borelli, thank you so much for your insights there. Good to see you.